Oh yeah, Fresh and Linglish show. It's on now.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, mesdames et messieurs. Bienvenue
Bonjour.
à notre émission. Boyeli Molam, na émission na biso. You get me? What's up? We back again. You get
Ça
me?
fait, ça passé. Bonjour.
Yeah. We're here to of course do what we do, discuss, current affairs, issues, things that have gone on, that has happened, and we just give our opinion, point of view, and we chop it up. You get me?
Right.
You agree, you agree. If you don't agree, it's up to you, bro. We each entitled to our opinion, man. You know?
Observation between two friends, you know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
want to interfere, just post a comment, like, subscribe, the whole shebang.
Daddy talk, baby. You get
Um,
me? This is when daddies get their moment to chat and to obviously review what are going. You get me? Like
yeah,
kids are
that's
in
that.
bed, family's patterned. What's up?
Well, today is gonna be a
Mm,
little bit like a eclectic as usual, man.
okay.
So there's not necessarily an order.
Mm-hmm.
Say, let's start with father's topic. As a matter of fact, that was a good segue, I guess. So
Yeah.
let's have a conversation about fathers having daughters and
Mm.
what is the view on the kind of man that your daughter's supposed to date when she's in age.
When she's at age, when she becomes of age.
Yeah,
What is age though? Like what age? What
well,
is your age of consent? What age are you prepared to allow your daughter to have that conversation with you to start talking about I have a boyfriend?
well, if I be very honest, I
Mm.
got a daughter that's turning 18 this month. She's been with her man since I think she was 15, 16.
Crazy.
So 18, I can't tolerate it. 15, 16, I was not pleased.
Yeah, I mean, 18, they're young adult. They could do what they like. You get me?
Not
Like,
pleased at all, bro.
you know what I mean? Obviously, we see it differently because it wasn't like that. At 18, everyone was still in the house, not trying to leave home. You get me? Like, when it came to like the sisters angle, you get me? But yeah, over here it's different, isn't it? It's different in every country. In the UK, 18, you're fully on your own. You get me? You can bounce, you can separate from your parents. Like,
16.
you stand on your own 2 feet. You're doing your business. You get me?
16.
Even 16, yeah, exactly. So it's mad, like
Yep.
it's mad. I mean, with me,
Now you start thinking, I can see. You see? Now you start reflecting, like, oh, shit. Yeah, I mean,
with me, mm, my daughter's 4. You get me? I
mhm.
think seeing my nieces, like one of my nieces turned 18. Like I still see her as like, me being shocked that she was 14. You know what I mean? Like, and I can still see her as, a little kid, but she's fully grown. She's a grown woman. She's actually very, very, very clever, intelligent, advanced, like very much a people's person, and she's doing her thing. You get me? So
I don't know, man.
uh,
I'm still in that bad boy scene.
it's the trust, bro. It's the trust in it. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, because to not sound like a hypocrite, you get me? Like at 18, I was.
Yes, there we go. Say it. This is exactly where I wanted to get. There you go. Now, yeah, let's
So you
let's
can't, you can't, you
delve in
just
there.
gotta trust that they make the right choice with partners, isn't it? But then again, it's a learning curve, bro. It's an experience because
Interesting, no nigga.
I was getting busy, but then I also kind of like found the one that I was kind of serious about. You get me? That kind of helped me see
Yeah.
that the party and the multiple things. You get me? Wasn't really
Yeah, I
anything
think
special.
what I got
You
a
get me?
problem. What I got a problem is that
Hmm.
I cannot scan beforehand.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
That's probably what I had a problem with.
yeah. Because they're gonna have many that they don't bring home.
Yeah,
You hope that they don't have many that they'll bring home, but they're gonna experiment. They're
that's
gonna.
That's good thing is they're gonna bring home the one that they think is good, like is the one.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, they be cautious. They're like,
Mm,
this guy's
mm.
a bit of a
Like
psycho.
my dad will kill this guy. Oh, you know what I mean? Or this guy is gonna come and be disrespectful. Or he doesn't have any manners. They're gonna be able to assess all of that because they know what the standards are at home. You know, like they know what you're sending them out there with, and they listen to their friends. They follow. They explore. You know, and the way in which I'm raising my kids is not necessarily the way I was raised, and that's the most challenging thing. You get me? Because you automatically go into default and you try
Yep.
to
There you go.
become your parent, like you get me. And with me, it disgusts me. Like it's like I know there's certain parts of it that you can take away, you get me, like, but with me it sounded like my parents because I didn't have that great relationship with my parents. So it sound like them kind of like
It feels weird, huh?
it feels weird, bro. It
You
feels
know,
weird and it pisses me off sometimes because I know I'm better.
but the
But
reason
I
being is
can't
like
help but
you can improve
hmm
what compared to your parents, but generally, what's the foundation
yeah,
is what you're aware of.
yeah.
So if you grew up in a certain household
hmm
and you don't know anything else,
hmm
you're going to at least model your
yeah,
parenthood through the stuff you see. Yeah, obviously,
yeah,
there's stuff that's really negative, and you try to erase that.
yeah.
But what you expect, like, okay, this I can work with as foundation, you
Mm,
use that. But the only downside to it is that because you don't know anything else
mm,
as a model,
mm.
and it's a little bit tough to become like a different type of parent if you don't know it exists.
Exactly.
That's why you got a lot of them jokes when you have like different cultures and the parenthood, like the way of parenting is like, what is this?
What is this? Yeah, like I don't get it.
It's not where
You
you
see,
from.
a kid bugging out in public, and
Yeah,
you're seeing the parent being completely vacant,
yeah,
unaware. Like,
yeah.
fair enough. That's like probably practicing their patience, because you know deep down, you get me. When a kid acts a certain way, like they risk a ass whooping. You get me?
Pissed. They're pissed, pissed, pissed. And you see the some of the other old, I'm not even old, like white ladies, like
hmm
have a kid, the kid's acting up, and they're trying to be as polite as possible. They
Yeah.
just want to save face in public, and then
hmm
they're boiling.
Spoiling.
Inside.
Well, some of them you can tell because they turn red in it. You get me? But then
Mm.
there's some that are just completely vacant. Like they're not even bothered, or they like, and the kids like proper going in. Like I get disturbed when I see a kid being aggressive towards their parent.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And the parent not doing anything. I mean, with me, obviously in public, like you know, you try not to do anything, but I give that warning that yo, when yo,
so
yo,
hey, I've
is
seen.
that what you're doing?
I'm like, oh yeah, what's up? You good? Okay, I tell you what, I've seen like a little toy you can play with in the corner. Let's go and check it out. let's,
Yeah,
let's
let
go.
me go show you something around the corner like that. I see that you might like. You get me? Like, stop
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
that. Yeah, we'll see. We'll go look at a toy.
behind that door. Hold on
And
a
then
second.
when it's missing, I'm like, bro, you better learn how to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, ain't no camera. But
Yeah. But then to digress back to the thing, I would say 16. Like,
yeah,
I don't mind at 16 you bringing a boy home and saying, yeah, this is my guy. Like,
but what kind of dude?
I
I
don't
got
know. Do you want them to bring someone home that is like you?
some principles. I
Because
would.
they say women marry their fathers. You hear me?
Yeah. Well, I'm good.
You know what I mean? But
I'm like that. I like who I am, so I'm good. But
and then in that way, how do you then go about raising your daughter? Like, because she is extremely loved, you know. I put my foot down at times, but more time is just, you know, like I'm always she just automatically becomes my favorite person where I'm spending a lot more time with her now. We're doing more things, and she's developing, and she knows she's always, you know, daddy, I love you, and you know, it's constant. And
tactics, you love that, don't you?
bro.
Yeah, it's priceless, man.
I didn't realize.
You're
You
like,
get
yeah,
me?
I want a boy, but when you get a daughter, it's like,
No, but my
I'll
son,
take that. Like,
my son's my guy. But with my son, I think my son's more like me than my daughter. You get me? My
exactly.
daughter's she's like her mom. You get me? Like she's got that temperament and she's patient. You get me?
Mm.
But she's also outspoken. She's fierce. You get me? It's just that sometimes because it's the emotions, there's the crying rather than being able to articulate herself. But she's very much her own person. Whereas my son, everything is channeled through his aggression. He's highly intelligent. You get me? Like he's a bit tapped. You get me? As I am. You get me?
Yeah, it is.
But he shows me how much I influence him in everything that I do, especially with my temperament. So
My
it
son's
gets,
shy as hell, bro.
huh?
My son is shy.
Easy.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
but I,
is that
but,
is
but
that which
like
trait is that though? Is that his mama's trait or is that your trait?
I think it's like me because me, I
Yeah,
was shy. I was
as a
shy
kid.
until 14.
Wow.
Four-
Okay.
14, 15. I was like, it's a wrap.
I was never
I,
shy.
I like everything came out.
Me was like, yo, I'm here. Everybody knows that I'm here.
Mm.
I am the person of the moment. You
That's
get
you.
me? That was, and it's always been like that. You get me? And I get that from my mom because my mom's present is very much like, yo, like she's here, Big Mama's here. You get me? So
Mm.
I'm glad that I have all her traits.
Okay.
I think the only trait that I have of my father is the stubbornness. But then my mom's stubborn as well. You get me?
Well, the African woman, man.
So
It's ingrained.
it is ingrained, bro.
Man, to be fair, man, man's Caribbean, it's ingrained as well, man.
Yeah, bro. It
Yeah,
is
like,
in there. It is in there. But
but yeah,
yes,
I think uh,
16 is okay.
16. I mean, for me, it's too late. So, I mean,
It's already happened.
I still got my second daughter.
Mm,
We'll see how it goes.
mm,
But yeah, I think what I really the type of guy I don't really care the background.
mm.
It just need to be better than me.
Yeah.
You gotta be better than me.
Yeah, you gotta be better than me. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, you gotta be better than me. You
that
gotta
kid
be
got
better.
I like in almost everything. this,
Literally,
this kid,
I gotta be able to be like, wow,
yeah.
ooh, okay. You know what I mean? And then there's also her big brother that she's gonna be measuring up to because he's very, very
Mm,
like intelligent in terms of his intelligence, in terms of what he knows, the knowledge that he packs. You get me, and the way in which he applies himself to books. He's very advanced. So he's gonna be at a certain standard, but at the same time, he's very much a cool person. He's very much, you know what I mean? Like he's that
mhm.
guy. You get me? But so he's already a better version of me. The only thing that he has that is a little bit
Talking
of
about your son though.
yeah, I'm talking about my son.
We're talking about who your daughter's
No,
supposed
no,
to
but that's what I'm saying. There's gonna be me. The person has to be better
it's
than me,
the
but then
fresh
the person will
guy.
also have to measure up to her brother
Okay.
because it's not just gonna be me judging. He's gonna have an expectation as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Be
Because that's
protected.
gonna be installed in him. He protects his sister. You get me? That's his responsibility. So you can't let her run around with any idiot. You get me? It's gotta be a guy that he's like, oh, okay, because he's gonna be in the know. He's gonna be in the know. He's gonna be in a position where he's 4 years older than us, so he's gonna be in the know.
Mm.
He's never gonna be detached from the world, and I'm gonna bestow as much knowledge in him as possible. And then it's the thing of trying to let him make that decision for himself, or whether he's gonna be one of those guys where he's got brethren that are delinquents that kind of lead him towards where he wants to be a little bit of a bad boy. You get me? Like, or he wants to be straight and narrow, or he wants to be his own man and not be influenced by anybody in particular, and just follow his goals and follow what he wants to do and his objectives. You get me? So
But to be fair, your son's got a different foundation and at home than you
this
have.
is it. This is it. This is it. But once they're outside of the house, once you're in secondary school, it's a different kettle of fish, bro.
Yeah, but still, it's still a little bit more stable because
Yeah.
you got like what I said earlier. It's
Yeah.
like what you know about relationship, what you
Mm.
know about family. His foundation is like, oh, this is what I have home. It's gonna be
Yeah.
different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
That's
like me, for instance, you get like I mean, divorced, like my parents. It's a bit different. My kids gonna be like, well, not really see my parents together, so
yeah. So I don't really have. Yeah.
it's not as a good
That's
foundation
painful.
as, yeah, that's not as a good foundation. Having said that, I found another woman, stay with her for God knows, like, let's say hypothetically, like, for a long time,
Yeah.
and they'll be able to see, okay,
This is how daddy treats this one, and this is how they are together. So
that's supposed to work.
this is how they expect. Yeah, the expectation. Yeah. Yeah. I understand.
Yeah, so that's the thing. But I mean, I see what you're saying. But like the daughter, she could have two role models to follow,
Yep.
which is kind of good because that's a good foundation too. 16, yeah, yeah. If I'm on my side, like I think like the dudes, he's got to be better than me. Like I need to meet that person, be ready to take him out, and then when I finish talking and grill him, I'm like, damn, his voice good.
Yeah.
Then I have to talk to my daughter and say, you better keep this one.
I don't even think I'll be like, I'm like, how do you feel about it? Are you serious about this kid? But then again, they're only 16. You know, the girls' hearts are in it. You get me? Like, I need to prepare myself for her first heartbreak. I need to prepare myself for all of them things that will come.
Yeah,
You
that's
get
gonna
me?
happen.
So, yeah, it is easier with boys when it gets to that stage. You get me? Like, but with my daughter, I know I've got a whole, because right now it's a bit weird, like having to deal with her emotional side when it's just nonsense. But then they have their tips, you know, the brother and sister. She's always gonna exaggerate certain points and certain times, and she's also so young, so she's not, but she's clever. You know what I mean? So I don't kind of let her get away with a lot of stuff because I know she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, but
That's
you
the points.
still haven't said the kind of dude
The
you
kind of well,
you
yeah, he will have to be.
not
He will have to be.
when you gotta tolerate.
Yeah, I can't be a hypocrite, can I?
Nah, that's the whole point of this show. Yeah, try to avoid this. You ain't prepared at all. That's what it is. Yep.
I think I'll be satisfied with whatever good choice you make. Someone that's gonna protect her. Yeah, it's just he would need to be a protector. He would need to reassure me. He would need to show me that I will love and defend your daughter and protect her. You get me?
I think that's the most important because
That's the most important thing.
technically once you start shifting from daddy's relationship to serious relationship, is like you need somebody that protects when you're not around, but you also need somebody that's all the stuff that you're supposed to do, loyal. You know what I mean? I can expect when you have like arguments and all that kind of thing, but ultimately you gotta be like you guys gotta be able to communicate with all like
that's it.
hands on each other, man.
Yeah, he needs to be able to. That's one strong thing that is consistent in my relationship is the fact that we have conversations and we talk, and there's always a time where I'm pulled aside to be reminded of where I'm going if I'm veering off, because I can tend to digress to being uh, an angry guy. You get me?
No,
Like,
that's two of us, man.
angry guy is my default. You know what I mean? Like, but I try my best not to come across as an angry guy because more time I'm a happy guy. I love being happy. I don't like being angry, but I'm angry very quickly.
Yeah, but angry is the secondary emotion of something. So if you're frustrated because you're stressed, it could be frustration because you're not being heard. It could be frustration because you're hurt. It could be frustration.
Yeah, things are not going well. Things are not where I want them to be. What I plan for myself. It's always constant. It's going to be constant. It's always going to be in life because I'm a provider. I'm a father. You get me? Like, and I expect certain things and I want certain things from my family. And if I can't achieve that, that
That's
pisses me.
frustrating, yeah, and you get angry.
Get angry. Like
Anger is not. Anger is not a bad thing anyway.
no.
It's not a bad thing.
But I'm very good at it. That's my problem.
Hmm?
I'm very good at it.
bro, but you're talking to some.
I know you're the same as well. This is what I'm saying. Like, but I'm like,
Into a
like to a
converted
point
man.
where like I'm happy staying in that mood. Like like I'm happy being an angry guy.
It's a motivator.
Mm,
There's a lot of men are like that though.
mm,
But if
mm.
this is the thing is like there's being angry in a as a motivation, and then angry at the world is a bit different.
Yeah.
Because because me I'm a guy, like if I want something I want it now,
No. Yeah.
especially if I know I can get it. So if
Mm-hmm.
it comes to and tell me no, you're not gonna have it.
What you mean I'm not gonna have it? I am gonna have it. I'm gonna show
Right.
you that I'm gonna have it. If you want me to take it from you, I'll take it from you now. See
Right.
what you
I
can do
don't care
about it.
who you
I
are.
have it. You know what I mean?
That's that. It's because if you want to get me angry, you waste my time.
Yeah.
And this is the thing is this
Mm,
instantly.
mm,
Oh
mm.
god, yeah.
It's
So
done.
that's what I'm saying. So you can get angry because you're like time bond type of person.
Mm,
And you can be angry because you know what I mean of a reason, whatever it is.
yeah.
It's not a bad thing. It depends on how you channel it. But
Yeah.
I
So
understand that. Do I want a guy that's angry with my daughter?
this
None.
is it. This
You know,
is it. Because
from
I try not to raise her with that. I try not to show her that side of me all the time. You get me? Like, although sometimes, like I
yeah,
said, it's default, and I come out and I snap and I yell, I shout, and sometimes I'm nonchalant. But then, it's a little bit like, ooh, okay, daddy gets angry. You get me? Like, let's be careful how we move around daddy. You get me? Because he doesn't tolerate the shit that mommy can tolerate. You hear me? So they'll act a certain way and they can push themselves, they can push
no,
boundaries around their moms. But then with me, they know that there's a certain limit. You hear me? Like, and then once I'm starting to now remind
kudos
them
to you.
the consequences.
Kudos to you because I am a mug.
Let's have a bug.
My youngest daughter, she just does what the hell. I mean, she doesn't do what the hell she wants. To be
Mm,
fair, I don't have to do anything much with her. Like I don't get to the point where I have to be angry because she
mm,
listens.
mm-hmm.
She's a really, really good girl. I ain't gonna lie. She's like,
Okay, so listen.
can you stop? Stop. Da, 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 da. I don't have much of a challenge. And sometimes she's cheeky. Flipping hell, that girl's cheeky.
Yeah.
You're gonna know, like, oh, yeah, you're not gonna get me. I'm not gonna go for a bath.
Mm,
You're gonna run after me, kind of stuff like that. So I'm not
yeah.
getting my vegetables, stuff
Mm,
like that.
mm,
But when I say okay, enough now, let's go.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
that's the good thing about her. But she got daddy wrapped around her finger like crazy.
That's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean?
It's beautiful, but it's my mug.
Yeah, you're a bit of a
I know it too.
mug. I'm not a mug, bro. I'm not an idiot. Like, if you want daddy to be nice, just do what daddy asks. That's it. And I'm not gonna ask you more than 3
That's
times.
exactly what I teach her. They're
Mhm.
like, you're gonna get pretty much all the time what you want as long
Mhm.
as you follow my lead.
Yeah.
If you know what daddy wants and you
Mhm.
respect that, you're gonna get what you want.
Yeah. Simple
Most
as that.
likely. Yeah.
Don't piss me off. You get me? I don't like it, and it'll end badly for you.
Yeah.
Like it'll be a long night for you. So let's not get there.
Yeah. Well, that was a beautiful topic.
Yeah.
We spent some time on.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you guys like it.
Yeah. Fathers talking about their daughter and the expectations. You get me? Like, it's a nice one for you daddies. You get me? Like, you girl dads that are out there. You get me? Good luck with your journeys.
Yeah. That's a perfect actually segue again
Mm,
on the daddy talk.
mhm, mhm,
So talking about dads
mm.
and a little event that's a little bit fun from the son of a famous dad, Chris Eubanks.
Ben versus Eubank, baby. Bro.
I mean the egg scandal,
The example,
the example.
the excellence, and the exquisiteness.
You got a few right there, yeah.
Just exploring the
Yeah,
possibilities.
I was actually ecstatic when
Exactly. He
after,
was egging him on, wasn't he?
absolutely. Well, apparently, from what he said, we have to praise the quality of LV jacket.
Oh, beautiful.
Right.
Great craftsmanship. Great craftsmanship. Like
Yes.
great tailor work. Great textile designs.
You know,
Sick.
egg.
Man had loads of eggs. It's not like he, he had bare eggs in the thing, bro. He packed them. And yeah, I love it, because when he explained that the reason why I egged him is because of the nonsense he came out with to to justify his failed drugs test, saying he eats too many eggs, and it's because he's got so much high concentration of egg intake that if the chemical. I'm like, what I was hearing now, I'm like, this nigga saying he eats too many eggs, that's why he failed the drugs test.
Yeah, something like that.
Like, what?
Yeah, with that.
What? And TV allowed that to be said and keep it moving.
Oh yeah, but that's a great entertainment for them. We're like, oh, that's gonna go viral
Beautiful.
for this,
It's
no?
beautiful. So now he's like obviously pushing and pushing in. This guy is trying to prove that he's clean, he's clean, he's clean. But then it's mad how the hatred has gone down to the kids. You get me? Like, because at the end of the day, when the fathers, and if you watch, like, I watch Eubank. Eubank's got a show on YouTube where people just call in asking him questions. You get me? Like, obviously, great fans from old. You get me?
Yeah,
Currently, they ask him questions about his career, and he answers it honestly, and he's brilliant. And yeah, he spoke the truth about the Ben situation. Like, Ben was intimidating as fuck. You get me? He was afraid of him, but he was prepared to take him on because he knew that he can outsmart him, and he outsmarted him, and he beat him, and it was brilliant the way in which he articulated that and explained that whole process. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly.
Now, Junior is not the same in that sense, where Junior really thinks that I will destroy this guy, and they're trying to make me fight this guy at a weight which is going to be uncomfortable. But just for the fact that I know I will destroy this guy, I want to teach him a lesson. But then Ben Junior, he's like, I really don't like this guy. He really, really pisses me off. But then that's hatred that's coming from his dad because his dad still feels a way about Eubank now.
But
Nigel Ben still
maybe it's
feels
because
as
you're Team Eubank, you don't like it.
hmm?
Maybe because you Team Eubank.
Me.
Eubank,
I'm nah, but the thing, like,
you
I'm
don't care.
team Eubank to an extent because I'm not really a great fan of Junior. You get me, like, because some like
Boxer or as a
when
person?
hmm?
As a boxer, as a person, or both? Because it's not a man of many words.
No, but the thing is, that's what I like. I like that about him, that he is calculated, and when he speaks, he's articulate in the way in which he does it, which is great. You get me, like, but at the same time, I just feel like there's a lot of maybe he's quiet because he's really a dick. Like, he really is like. There's a, I could see the dick in him. He's a prick. Like he's you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But he's also brilliant in the way in which he carries it, you know?
you can tell. You can tell this guy is. I can the older he gets,
Mm,
I can see a lot of his father in him.
mm,
In terms of now he expresses himself,
mm,
but you can tell also, like you
mm.
say, that he's got like that calculated
Yeah,
behavior.
he's
And
calculated. Like he can be
I'm a,
petty.
I'm
He
a
can be petty, but then come across like he's not
yeah,
being petty.
yeah. Is
Yeah.
that that's yeah, definitely that. So he got plans.
Mm.
And
It's gonna be a mad thing, and I can't wait. I like
the
everyone's
first one,
talking
no?
about it now, and it's heated up with the huh?
The first one is that the first one? That's
Yeah,
not
that's
really.
their first fight. That's the first time that they ever fight. You get me? It was supposed to happen so many times and it didn't happen, and now it's finally happened. We're gonna see how it develops, and how they go down and they bang. You get me? Because they're both gonna have. I don't know if Eubank Junior is gonna have his dad on his corner, but you know, Conor Ben's already got his dad in his corner in his team. His dad's with him. You get me? Like, did you see the video when they were in the lift?
Yeah.
And
So
after the thing happened, this man pulled up in the
okay,
lift, and then
there
he's
you
outside.
go.
Fury had to just come and just shut that down. Like, bro, just catch the next one, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you ain't gonna make it out.
You get me?
Hey.
Oh man, but
But
yeah,
the thing that
exciting
I'm a
shit.
little bit biased because I don't really know Ben's that like that.
Yeah, in
As
terms of
a fighter or as
their
a
skills, boxing wise, I think Eubank outclassed him. You know, because Ben's wild. You know what I mean? He's a brawler. He just goes in there like he's not
like
meticulous with it. You
he's
know what
like
I
a
mean?
Shisora.
Hmm?
You think it's like a Shisora? Not really.
Nah, nah, nah. He just swings wildly, bro. He just goes in there and he goes for the kill. Like, you know what I mean? He doesn't take his time,
That's
jab, jab.
Wilder.
You know what I mean? He's there like boom, trying to bang, but then he's not like he can. Wilder can't box. You get me? Wilder's got haymakers, got swings. You get me? Like
Punch.
Ben can box. You know what I mean? But then he's also wild to a point where like he'll be prepared to go toe to toe and he'll forget all about his defense. And he loves a scrap. So I love that about him. That he's a warrior, he's a slugger, and that's why he believes in himself because he's ready to go toe to toe with man. You get me? Like and take the bangs and give bangs. You get me? Whereas
I need to check their records, man.
yeah, but
But
then but then this what I'm saying. Like this is why it's mad because he's got power, and if he does catch Eubank, I don't know if the strength is going to be enough because Eubank, Eubank Junior is, um, he's good, but I still think like he's got a little bit of a suspect chin. Like if you do clock him well, you get me. Like he will lose his senses, you know, and you know what I mean. Like, and when he had the fight with Smith, the first fight with Smith, it was kind of like that because he went in there cocky, confident, like was disregarding my man. My man was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna get that moment when I'm gonna touch you, and then I'm gonna have you," and he did. And the guy wasn't the same again, and he lost that fight. But then when he came back, he dealt with Smith like properly, dismantled the guy. You get me? So he can put his mind to it and be serious
yeah,
and actually go in there and box and be a good executioner of the plan. But then if he doesn't respect who he's fighting and he looks past them, that could be his downfall. So I hope he's taking Ben seriously and not looking beyond him because
nah, you gotta take him seriously, man. You got no choice. That's
he's got to take him seriously.
pro boxing.
And now
You know the guy. Yeah,
it's personal. It's beyond personal
exactly.
because he
Exactly.
touched my man, and my man didn't get him back. So he's not being able to get him back. And I don't know if they're gonna have any more face-offs after that egg situation.
Yeah, he's gonna be extra motivated to get out of it.
Extra
He's 30,
motivated. You
34,
egged me,
34
bro.
and 3.
You slapped an egg on me, bro.
Yeah, that's disrespectful, man.
Bro. And then the way he told the promoter, the way he spoke to Eddie Howe, he's like, "Why are you talking? I don't want to hear anything that's coming out of your mouth. You're a scumbag."
I mean, there's quite a difference of an age difference.
Hmm.
Conor Ben is only 28 years old.
Yeah, and Eubanks in his 30s.
He's like 35.
Mad.
But what's this record? I was checking the record. Is can't find these guys' record.
Who?
There you go.
Ben's.
So it's like a I mean, Ben's got no losses.
Yeah, he's clean.
23 and 0.
He's 23 and oh yeah.
I
He's
mean,
still
you have to see who he's been fighting. 'Cause you never know.
but Eubanks been fighting longer.
Yeah, Eubank is 34 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you gotta see.
Gotta
23
see.
was impressive still, but it depends on
And
you.
Eubanks had the most experience. He's been in world title fights and everything, so he's been at that stage where he's held a a championship as well. So he's decorated in that sense. But that could be his downfall because that means he's looking past Ben. But then, yo, if my man's not got no losses, like that's something to be concerned about. You get me? Because like I said, he's a brawler. He'll go in and he'll bang, and he'll stand toe to toe. He doesn't run. He doesn't run, brother. That's why I respect the youth.
I'm gonna check his fights and see what those.
Yeah, look at his fight highlights. The boy don't run. The boy don't run like, and he's ready to take bangs and give bangs. You get me?
All right,
So
I'm gonna check. 'Cause I honestly, I don't have a favorite per se right now, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You get me, but you're just excited because you've seen the build up and you've seen how
that's
what
what
it's
they
gonna
do now. And like all they do is just like at the way in, they just come and then
say
create
something.
drama,
That's
and
like,
that,
nah, this one has brought drama. It's
that's
like
family drama too.
family drama too. You get me? Like,
Yeah.
I haven't checked out what the fathers are saying about the ex situation, so it will be interesting to see what the reaction of the dads were. You get me?
Mhm.
What Chris is saying and what Nigel's saying.
Oh, I
But
think it says some. I saw it like the other day, but it was in the background though.
mm,
Yeah, like the father says something, but it was 100% with his son. I forgot the comment, but
mm,
it just said something about it. He reacted to it.
mm,
But
mad,
yeah,
mad.
let's
Yeah,
see.
so look out for it. We'll talk about it after the fight happens. We're gonna have a whole segment on what it went. Another fight that happened as well was Tank Javante Davis.
Yeah,
Did you see the fight with Roach?
nah, I haven't seen the fight.
So they're trying to get at him because during the fight he took a knee, yeah,
Mhm.
and obviously he was
Who
allowed time.
Davis?
Yeah, Davis took a knee. You get me? Like, it wasn't after a big bang or anything like that, but just midway through the fight, he took a knee, like, yeah, to
Yeah.
obviously go in the corner, and they wiped his face. And obviously, at the end, when he's explaining why he took a knee, people were kind of boo, and he was like, "Well, I got my hair done fresh, and she used grease, and the grease, with the sweat was going into my eyes. You get me? So I had to, because but that burns." And I understood straight away. You get me? But for
Mm,
people to boo, and I'm like, "Why would you boo? That is completely valid." But then if you're in the middle of a fight and
mm.
you take a knee, surely that should be like kudos to the other fighter because you took a knee. Why are you taking a break and you're not knocked out and it's not a count out? So are those rules allowed in boxing? That's one thing as well. You get me? Are you allowed to take a break, to take a timeout? Surely the ref has to call it. That's the only person that's allowed to call a timeout, not you.
That's the whole point of taking a knee. Is if there's something that disturbing you, like
But if you take a knee, that's like you've given up in it. You
no,
stopped.
it could be anything. Could be like your protection down there is like is needs to be fixed.
Ah,
It could be like your shoe.
see, that's probably why they misunderstood. You get me? So if the ref misses it, you take a knee that kind of like brings his attention to something that is issue. So if your eyes are being burnt because of the grease that's coming from your hair are going into your eyes mixed with the sweat, that's perfectly understandable. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't burn. And that fight ended up in the draw. You get me? So
Mm,
he
of
did.
course it did.
Tank didn't win. Roach didn't win, and people are trying to say Roach should have won because Tank took a knee. What, nigga?
Go back to boxing schools, man.
Boxing schools. Yeah, yeah. So we've
Talking about
covered boxing.
talking about fighting, unfortunately, got
Mm,
two events that are not covered the same way
yeah.
because one is about, well, to be fair, both are about looting two countries with minerals.
Minerals.
Just one is in Europe, the one is in Africa, so they don't really care about
They
the
don't care about the African ones because Africa
they keep looting.
keep looting. Yeah, this is this is their fate. This is what we
As,
do to them,
as a matter of
and the
fact, they
world
might
don't care.
sponsor that damn thing. But
Mm,
so yeah, so just for that purpose, I'm gonna speak about Congo first.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
So M23,
bullshit.
Kagame says he's not involved.
The fact that he's lying on camera and saying it like it's just something that he's shrugging off, but then he's being inconspicuous about some of the answers that he's giving back. You get me? Like, you've got no proof to show us what reserves Rwanda have of these natural minerals, but yet you're the largest supplier of these minerals to the rest of the world,
I'm
but
gonna
you don't own any of these mines. How is that possible? Show us.
I'm gonna be the devil's advocate.
Mm,
I'm not starting a conspiracy theory,
mm,
but I'm just questioning timing.
yeah,
Trump
yeah.
openly says to Ukraine, "Hey, we'd like to do to have a deal with you guys for your minerals."
Mm,
That comes right after
mm,
this shit happens in Congo.
hmm.
Same purpose.
President Musk.
Now, what's that? Kagame's son is in the American Army school.
Oh, really?
So I just my wild type of
Hmm.
brains like is a lot of coincidences or
Yeah, yeah, it's just a
I
matter
don't
of
have
fact.
no
You know
proof.
what I mean?
I'm not starting no conspiracy, but I just find I'm very suspicious
But the thing is, it's it's
because
not even
the
it's
weapons.
poorly hidden. They're not even trying to hide that much. It's what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah,
Because you've seen Israel take Palestine and nobody did shit to a point where like Trump stood side by side with Netanyahu
yeah,
in unison.
or even Biden. To be fair,
But
all of
this is
them,
what I'm saying.
took. Because if
No one's condemning this genocide that is happening in Europe.
I tell you what, if any of the major countries came and say you ain't taking Palestine over wise this war with us, we protect them, that would have been a different story.
Different story.
Maybe around that table talking like, come on, let's find a middle
Yeah,
ground kind of thing.
yeah.
Because they were like, yeah, they have the right to defend themselves, but
Okay.
this is a genocide at the same time. Yeah, whatever, bro.
So what are you talking about then?
Yeah.
What is worse? Someone defending themselves or someone committing genocide?
But just to show the difference, when you see like Ukraine got invaded, you had people from all over trying to
All over the world in
defend them.
unison,
Yet
defending them. Let's protect them. Let's give them aid. Let's send them money. Let's tax you more so that they can be okay. That white country can be okay.
Mhm.
We don't care about the brown countries. In fact, yo, donate to Salvation Army. Donate to the Red Cross. Donate to the what do you call it?
Yeah, yeah, and leaving the black folks over there like behind too, by the way, because there's bare African students and
Bullshit.
whatnot that were there just
They visibly showed you them denying aid to the Africans that live in that country. They visibly showed you them prioritizing white people that live there. Bear in mind, you're black and we don't really care and like you in this country. You're just here to educate yourself because
take
you're
your
doing
money
whatever for your
for
country.
take your money for uni. That's what
We'll
it is.
take your money for uni, but we won't protect you. We won't give you that safe haven. Our people are still going to be prioritized. But
Yeah,
yeah, we'll take your money. We'll allow you to come here and do whatever you want to do.
yes, even Poland, when those people walked all the way from where they're from in Ukraine, all the way to the border, and the police said, yeah, the Ukrainians can come, but you the black ones, we don't want you. So much so that the Ivorian president
Mm,
was so pissed off that
mm,
he found a way to get a plane all the way to Germany
mm.
in order to get them to actually like back to the country.
Yeah.
That's the story. That's crazy.
Mm.
Polish the Polish guys didn't even want them to get enter,
This is it. Horrible. It's horrible.
and then you
But we're
want
supposed to stop. The
us.
world is supposed to stop, and the world is supposed to show sympathy for these lot
Yeah,
when they are clearly carrying on to show injustice to those that are in need and those that don't have nothing to do with their war,
and
nothing to do with a misunderstanding.
the vast majority of Ukrainians are probably like really good people. I even know some that actually fled the Ukraine.
Mm,
Yeah, I work with some, but
mm.
the action of some of yours and some of your neighbors, I'm like, okay, we
It's a racist.
this hierarchy is cool,
Yeah.
but
Mm,
and this is why I have no remorse or anything when I say, you know what, when it comes to the Congo African Reserve, I say Africa needs to say, no, you know what, you take us for mugs. So
But
from
they're dickheads. They're dickheads because they'll bend over for money. They got leaders that quickly bend over for money for a little bribery. They're dumb. Like I don't understand. You go out of your country, you educate yourself in Europe, you come back to be a politician, you come back to be a member of government, but yet you still fall into the same dumb trap,
but that's what
dumb honey
they
trap.
do, bro. That's what they do with Africa. Well, I live there. You probably know as well.
Mm-hmm.
What they do is like they always have internal wars sponsored by the West.
Mad.
It's like
Disrupt them,
there's
give
no
them guns, make them disrupt themselves, make them go against whoever's leading them, whoever. And if they're not giving us the leeway that we need, make them kill each other, and then we'll go and put someone in place.
thingy. People act like you see the memory span of people is crazy.
Mm,
It was not even a year ago
not even.
that you remember that militia from Russia?
Yeah.
Yeah, they came and they put the propaganda, blah blah blah. Like, no, we don't want France anymore. We want Russia, blah blah blah. It was a militia. They
Exactly.
were giving guns. That was like
Exactly. Exactly. They were militia.
and
Just because they spoke against.
the US do the same do the same thing. All
Mhm.
I'm just saying is like it's a very weird. I don't know where that comes from, but I just have my little kind of
But I
finger.
don't understand why Africans allow them to narrate this shit, knowing exactly that these people are the enemy, these people are the devil. These African countries, they still see white man as the savior. Like, it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
The way they act around white people is horrible. And I ain't got nothing against white people. I love all
This
people, but
that's
the
all.
simple fact that the mentality of these Africans, they keep them oppressed, they keep them suppressed, and they keep them dumbed down, so that when a white man comes into Africa, he's still looked at as like, wow,
They take turns, bro.
let's give him everything.
They
Oh
take,
my God.
they take turns because they know that if you take like a few donkeys, yeah, they're the one that in control. The other one at the bottom, they're just so scared of challenging the top, so they ain't gonna do jack. They're just gonna moan about it and da 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 da. Da.
In
But
secret, not even vividly.
and no militia that comes from the village that start having like freaking rocket launchers and and like brand
Where
new
they getting them from?
AK-47 and Kalashnikovs and stuff like and Uzis and all that. What do you think this is? And grenades. This is sponsored.
It's donated by an arms dealer.
Sponsored, bro.
People have careers, they're arm dealers, you get me, and they go and fund wars, they go and provide, like, it's not a secret that there's people here closing deals on arms in these African countries so that they can start
Of
wars
course.
within their nations.
Well, look at it. Who sponsored the militias? The militias in Central America and South America,
America.
United States of
United
America.
States of America.
You're not even hide it. They're like, yeah, we did it. Yep.
Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah.
And like
And
people are
they've
like,
been
"What is
sponsoring all these little wars in
movies? Oh yeah, we got good movies based on true story. This is good movies. Yeah, well, okay.
exactly. They'll make a movie about it and they'll get an Oscar.
The flick. And then you're like, yeah, I'm gonna watch Snowfall. Wow, well, this is good. You see Franklin, man. Yeah. What did you see the backstory?
Yeah, exactly.
You missed the backstory.
You missed the backstory, who he works for, bro.
Exactly.
Exactly. You
It's
missed
not
the person that is making sure that Franklin is doing what he's doing. He's got a hand up his ass. The CIA are his employers, and they allow him to grow the way he has grown. FBI are on him, and he works for all of them.
And it's like, you think China doesn't sponsor some of them things to get like they have 70% of the minerals reserves,
bro?
And what do you think they're doing? You think they don't sponsor one or two like this just to get
when you see the demonstrations of their new age vehicles and weapons and helicopters that they've made from all the minerals that they're sucking from the Congo, like China is number one in like electric powered vehicles. Number one. Why? Because they're in the Congo. You get me? People are telling you America does America. China's also there doing their thing, but then they at least
they build the place.
The place. You get me?
Yeah.
They at least create infrastructure.
Yep.
These motherfuckers just want to come take, kill. Cause unrest, leave.
The slave masters.
There you go.
That's in their brain. It's like, all right, we're gonna take care of the savages. We're gonna give them just like they did for slavery. They say what did they do for slavery? They say, okay, we're gonna give you weapons so you can kill the other tribe, or take them prisoners, sell them back to us as slaves. We give you a few little cloths, yeah, to look pretty, and that's and you think that's changed?
Cloth and mirrors, bro. We'll give you cloth, mirrors, and a little bit of things so you feel.
In exchange for what?
Nothing.
Gold, for the gold at the time, and the minerals,
which was nothing to us. And then again, they realized that, oh my God, there's actually high value on this. But then we already signed our lives away to these guys where we give them these things for free.
It's the same thing. They say, look, I'm gonna give you your independence, yeah. But we cut out the map, so this belongs to you, whatever. And this is sponsored by France. This is sponsored by Congo by Belgium. This is sponsored by blah blah blah. And they just say like, yo, you're independent, but we put our pawn on top of it, who's going to be president for 50 years.
This is it. 50
And then
years of rule. Can you
carry on the
imagine?
business. We carry on the business.
Fuck a two-term, bro. This guy,
I, I
he's gonna
spent
be permanent. In fact, he's the non-official king. That's what they've done with these leaders, bro.
I spent years in Ivory Coast.
Mm,
And it's only this year.
mm,
I'm 44. And it's only this year
yeah,
that they take the last French base out of Abidjan.
mad.
Like, look at all the bases they had in Africa.
Too many.
They were
Too
like,
many.
why are you there?
From the French Foreign Legion, too many.
Not even.
Before that,
I'm saying like they're not even the French Legion. That's what
yeah,
I'm
they're
saying.
not even yeah.
That's like normal guys. Like I got bare friends like from Martinique. When they cannot find a job, they join the army, and they go straight like, oh, what you doing? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna make some money, man. We got like a good bonus when you go to Africa. They go to Chad,
Yeah,
go to Ivory Coast,
yeah.
go to what's the other one? I forgot even like
What, Burkina Faso,
yeah, well, Mali. Thank you,
Mhm.
Mali. All them things.
Mm.
Why are you there? Just like the US, when the US are like blah blah blah. We need
Oh, bro, they joined the army and they're all over the world. This is why they were pissed about Ukraine because they got bases in Germany, they got bases in everywhere. They got bases everywhere. US bases everywhere.
on that front. Europe has been stupid
Stupid.
because like you got the NATO, and then you allow the US to have bases all over the world. They have a
All
base
over
in
your country,
Germany,
bro.
South
Yeah,
Korea,
yeah,
they have missile launchers or
yeah.
defense, something like that in Poland. They even in the UAE.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is wrong with
What
you?
is this is it? What is up? How were they able to do this and get away with it to a point where like they can attack you from a distance very quick? They don't even need to come all the way from their land. They are already in your land,
Yeah,
chilling,
yeah,
training their guys to
yeah.
kill you, man, just in case you, man, fall out of line. Can you imagine? They got a
Exactly.
base there with all the weaponry, all the tech, all the
Mhm.
things that can come fuck your country up.
Yeah,
It's on the edge of your country. It's within your country,
and then
like a ticking time bomb.
it's not about uh, defending, yeah, because
No, no,
they're like, oh, because yeah, with the war in Korea, so we got to have a base in South Korea because they helped South Korea during the war. So
North Korea and shit.
but
Yeah,
everybody they help, they stay.
they stayed. They stayed because you had our aid. We have a right to establish ourselves within your land.
You know, what I mean, you know how many Americans were born in those bases?
So many,
Look
so
at
many,
look at
and they are American. It's not even they hold the nationality of that country. They are born in that base and they are American.
there's bare Americans that are in Japan,
Mad,
the army, South Korea,
mad.
in UAE, Germany, or even more.
Yeah,
It's nuts.
nuts, nuts. It baffles me too,
Why are
bro.
you there?
Doing what? Searching for what?
And and I'm against the way Russia does their thing, yeah.
Mm.
But at the same time, because we're neutral, we're not between the two really. Like, well, hold on a second.
Yeah.
You're the one that's criticizing free blah 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 cannot come into a country. Yeah, they cannot. But why are you there?
Why are you there? Why are you there? You
Just
don't
like
want anyone else coming into your countries. You want to close your borders off to the biggest neighbor and the biggest ally that you've ever had. You get me? To a point where like you're alienating Mexicans, and Mexicans helped build your land, build that nation.
yeah,
You
well,
get me?
I know.
Along with the Negroes and the slaves, you get me? Like, and the Chinese that were slaves that was building the railroads. You get me? Like, everyone has come there to be a slave. You've enslaved most of the world. You get me? And now you feel like you can bully most of the world.
And
China's flexing their muscle, showing you like, yo, we're too big to play with you motherfuckers.
it's the only country that's still colonizing United States of America. Do you know that?
100%.
Puerto Rico, Guam,
Great. Yeah.
U.S. Virgin Islands.
Dominican Republic, Cuba,
Well, that they're not Americans, but
but yeah,
they would-
yeah.
like Hawaii,
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, U.S.
Mhm.
Virgin Island,
Mhm.
Guam.
Bahamas.
No, Bahamas is not American.
It's not American. It's not American. They still got Guam.
It's actually British.
Central America, Costa Rica. Ain't Costa Rica?
No, that's it.
Man,
But this what I'm saying is like that's the only country that's still colonizing.
yeah, it's mad, innit?
Oh, you want to be part of us? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what, and that's the other ones. They like they lost. They like, you know what? Just be independent. We're just gonna screw you something somewhere.
This is it.
America is the only place saying, okay, we're gonna take this island in Polynesia,
Yeah,
in Guam. We're gonna take this island in the Caribbean,
yeah.
this Virgin Island,
Mm-hmm.
Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, and then we're gonna take that one in the middle of Pacific called Hawaii, and
Mad.
then like, yeah, okay, there you go.
Nobody said nothing. They turned Hawaii into a state like that. Nobody said nothing.
Yeah,
It's like, what are you talking about? Hawaii was its own country. Since when? Like, I was shocked. I'm like, wait, Hawaii is an American state?
it
Wasn't
is.
Hawaii? It is?
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Ain't it its own country? I'm sure. Ain't they like closer to like the Samoans and them guys there?
The middle of the Pacific Ocean.
There you go. It's mad. But yeah, Congo is Kagame is taking a piss, and the Americans are behind everything. Conspiracy theory or not, we know what's going on, but they're just not going to talk about it.
I don't know.
And Congo's too dumb of a country with too dumb of leaders for them to even try. Like, bro, they had no defense, they had no military. That alone shows you that they're ill prepared for the world.
I don't know if the US is behind it.
Whoever's behind it,
If I have to choose between Russia, uh, Russia, China, and the US, I try to think which one is most likely sponsoring this. I put the US at number one based on the fact that it's too coincidental. Then I
it's
put
bait. It's not
China.
even coincidental. It's bait. Like Kagame's is there in the U.S. Army learning shit, and then the M23 are a Rwandan militia. Why would they be Rwandan? They're not soldiers from any other country. Like they're not a combination of soldiers from different countries. They're all Rwandan.
Yeah,
What? What is there to be confused about?
because we don't know for certain. But if I have to put a bet on it, I would say based on their history,
Mm.
based on their methods in Central America,
Yeah.
based on the fact that Kagame's son is in America
Mm-hmm.
in the army school,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like,
Mm.
I feel like
Mm. Yeah.
I put my money on this one first because
Yeah.
there's no M23 that comes out of nowhere with like a weaponry like that and ready to take over the entire East End. They only go for the minerals. The same time, my
Let's
man
do-
talking about let's do
let's
it.
do-
Do it. Nah,
Let's be the number one developers of this. Let's be the number one revolutionary of electrical power. And nah, bro.
you see,
You
Hawaii was a sovereign kingdom until 1893. And then Americans and European came and they're like, well, okay, we take that shit over. And it became a US state in 1959. So around the corner.
Pearl Harbor. Wow, that's why the motherfuckers bombed it. That is nuts. But yeah, US are still colonizing. Ah, it's a sad, sad world. Shit. You know what I mean? What we could do is protect our own.
Yeah. And see, like people just close their eyes to about certain things and then
It's
open
just
up.
it. It's best to turn a blind eye, because if it's not affecting you directly on your doorstep, you don't care. And this is the mentality that most of the world have. This is the mentality that the UK has. You get me?
The world champion of colonization.
Exactly. The world champion of colonization, the
That's small island.
undisputed.
That's
This
small,
little island that has
Right.
fucked the world differently.
that small island. Just like
And pretend to be the most caring, but they don't give a They don't. They care not.
Lord.
But they just like to show face, like to pretend like they're being diplomatic, democratic, and being forward thinking because they are the originators of this gangster shit.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
They took it to a brand new level. The
Brand new level, to a point where like they have their number one colony still maintaining the tradition.
the Portuguese and Spanish came and showed them the way. They said, "Oh, we're gonna take that
Oh,
to
we're gonna do that
a
better.
new
We're gonna
level.
do that better than you.
So that 2025
hmm
still the monarchy is still your
This
head of state.
this is how gangster they are. They was like, you motherfuckers can share South America. We'll take North. In fact, we'll take a piece of South America. You give me just that one piece that's gonna piss you man off, but you can't do nothing about it. But we own the whole of the North Americas. How about that? You lot share South America. We own the North. We own the Commonwealth. We own this. We own that. We take that. We own Australia. We own New Zealand, motherfuckers. Y'all can take South America.
Bare African countries.
But let's not even talk about African
Yeah.
countries. They allowed them to take one or two African countries. You get me? Like, but let's not even talk about that for the simple fact that they took the rest of the world, including North America and the surrounding islands and Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah, they went all the way,
They went
all the way, and
all the
countries
way.
are like way bigger than them too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Red coats come with them guns, bitch. We shoot, bitch.
The Roman Empire look
We
like
bring the evil, bro. Yeah, exactly.
they
They
make-
make the Roman Empire look like they were doing light work.
they're the one that say, "Yeah, I tell you what, I'm gonna take some of them Negroes working our plantations, yeah, and
Mhm.
there's the weaponry.
Mhm.
They show you the way."
This is it. This is it. We'll show you the
Oh,
way,
yeah,
bro.
God.
So
Anyway,
you're protecting this for us. You hear me? You're protecting this for you, but it's really for us, okay? But here's the guns, okay? Be nice, and when we come back, you give us what you've made. It's a hustle, bro.
there's a white girl, not that we care about the race, but there's a white girl. She did a video on TikTok that made me laugh when she says she shows like how France
Mm.
actually shares basically they take like the rich ground, right?
Mm.
So like the fortune that you can get from the grounds in Africa.
Yeah.
So not only minerals like cacao,
Mm-hmm.
everything you can think of,
Mm-hmm.
gold,
Mm-hmm.
blah 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 blah,
Mm-hmm.
minerals and all that. And
Mhm.
she's like, this is France with Africa. One for you, two for me, one for you, for me, and one for you and two for me.
Mm.
And basically that was representing what France call the debt. Yeah.
Can you
So
imagine?
they're like, oh, I'm gonna take two of these because of the debt, and we're gonna do some contracts with you. So we're gonna take that two of the debt. However, we're gonna give you some aid. Yeah. So there's a few millions. 1 million for you, 2 billion,
3 million for me.
1 billion for me, 2 billion for me. Like, I said, when she said that, I laughed. I was like, see, they know.
They know. They know exactly what's going on.
Yeah,
But who's
man.
gonna change it? Who's gonna say no to it? Who's gonna stomp down what is the way of the world? Like, it's sad that we have to suffer this, but until Africans stand up and they have all the means and resources to stand up and fight against them,
They could,
they're
but
just afraid
it's just like
because of the conditioning, bro. That slave mentality is forever.
it's just the problem in Africa is the same that you have in every country when you have like a dictator.
Yeah.
It's like when we all go at the same time, that's fine. But the first group that goes, and I don't want to be the one that gonna get killed first.
No, I ain't prepared to be a martyr. None of
That's
them are prepared to be martyrs. But then you see in everywhere else in all these countries, people are happy to go and burn themselves alive to make a statement. They're happy to go and do some bomb themselves to make a statement. Like, this is screaming out for help. Things need to change, because if they're prepared to start killing, you get me, the people that are oppressing, that then will start resonant. Like, this start will start scaring them, because
every
that's it.
revolution. Every revolution that's been successful is when everybody goes in one go.
One, yeah. Yeah.
Even if you look at that trouble that happened with January 6th,
Mm-hmm.
all went together, and that's when they caused chaos. If it was one, two guys first and see, we see how you go, and then we follow, that would have been messed up,
It'll be
right?
brushed. It'll
But like
be.
every revolution, the French Revolution, boom, the one you're talking about, the Arab Spring, same
Mhm.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
All of them is like once the people say we're gonna go together, it's a
Yeah,
wrap.
but there's no togetherness. That's what I'm saying. And you know, this is another thing about
You follow-
Africans, why they're stupid. When they unite and when they become a unit and they go together and they protest together, they get shot at by their own people. These people open fire to to the people that are protesting.
I don't
They
understand.
open fire. So it's not like, oh, the Americans are telling them to open fire. Them themselves, they're that dumb to a
Hmm?
point where, like, instead of allowing peaceful protest, they turn it into a thing of like, we're gonna kill you.
It's the dictators, bro.
It's the dictators, bro. You get me? Like, so they're afraid. They don't want to die for nothing because they got people that are holding those machines that are one of them that are prepared to kill them for their job.
Yeah.
That doesn't even pay them that much.
Yeah, that's what you see. That's what you see in Haiti. The
Yeah,
same
them
thing
man
with,
say,
like,
fuck it. Yeah, it's us against them. You get me? Gangsters versus the military. Get
yeah,
out. You get me? Like, they arm themselves and the country's in tatters. You get me? Because at the end of the day, when you unite and these people then leave, the US are nowhere to be seen, you know. They allowed Haiti to kill Haiti. You know what I mean? They forgot about Haiti since the hurricane.
they don't care.
They don't care.
They actually, like, tell you, like, they, when they don't care, they tell you, they show you what kind of soldiers they send there as peacekeepers.
Mm.
They send Indians and Kenyans.
It,
They say, yeah, yeah, NATO, Haiti. Just bring some Kenyans, man. Yeah, I mean, but if it's
Imagine
freaking
you're sending blacks
Ukraine,
and browns to go
no,
and deal with black issues, not white issues. You're sending blacks and browns to deal with black issues.
they don't care. They don't care because they're like, let them do. We're just gonna sponsor this team. They're
Mm.
gonna give us our money is gonna be on autopilot.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do. They're like, they just sponsor one team and they're like, oh, we're gonna get this part. That's what we want anyway.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I do, but anyway, that's a different debate, bro.
Different debate, bro. I'm talking about, yeah, we was like, oh man, we've gone overboard talking about this
You
shit.
guys, if you guys wanna carry on talking about these topics, put the comments and then we
Commenting,
go from
let
there.
us
It's
know
interesting.
your points of view, break down whatever you need to break down. If you feel like something that we said doesn't necessarily right, you know what I mean, put it down. Loba, pesa ba commentaire na yo, point of view na yo, give it. You get me? Like, show us where you stand on these topics that we've mentioned. You get me? It could be excited, it could be funny, it could be witty, it could be, you get me? Try and obviously hold back with the criticism and, you know,
It's a
profanity.
conversation. Like, it's not like
Let's not start arguments. You get me? Like, let's all just get, because at the end of the day, these are very important matters that are affecting the world, and you know, people are dying in my home, people are dying all over the world, and it's for ill gained. You know, it's for our
yeah.
mobile phones, it's for our laptops. You know, it's for our. It's ridiculous. You know,
we,
this
we
shit
represent
be
we
happening
represent
because it should
we
be fair
represent,
tax on.
we represent the people because everybody wants to be in peace, doing freaking gardening in their backyard and not to worry about
Getting
no
ready for spring, getting ready for Easter eggs and shit, and happy life. You get me? Like,
anyway. All
all
right,
right, to the
see you
next one.
soon. Take care.
Peace. Good night. Be safe. Love. Hair grease. Yeah, indeed.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh yeah, Fresh and Linglish Show.